Hello friends, myself Professor N.V. Bhokner from Department of Agricultural Microbiology and Plant Pathology, currently working in Kekewa College of Agriculture, Nasik. Welcome you all in today's session. Today we will be discussing the topic that is diseases of tobacco and castor. Let's see contents. First, that is introduction. Tobacco is a drought tolerant, hardy, and short duration crop which contributes to national economy. It is consumed as chewing purpose or cigar or bidi, having botanical name Nicotiana tabacum. Then it is attacked by various diseases. In this lecture, we are dealing with the diseases and the symptoms, how they actually look like, how the pathogen survives in different structures, and how to manage the disease in order to save the crop from the damage. And last, that is conclusion. First disease, black shank of tomato, causal organism, Phytophthora parasitica, pathover Nicotiana. Let's see symptoms. It mainly infects roots and base of stem. Then in case of seedling, black lesions at stem near soil line are developed. Then afterwards stem girdling takes place. An important symptom which is shown in the picture, that is infected stem shows disc-like plates having black discoloration. Regarding etiology, Phytophthora, it produces sporangia on sporangiophore, and these sporangia are typically papillate, and on development or getting favorable conditions, they give rise to zoospores which are motile. Then resistant dormant structure produced by Phytophthora, that is oospores, which is globose, thick walled and yellowish in appearance. Next part, that is disease cycle. High soil moisture, then high rainfall, cloudy environment, and also root knot nematode population favors the disease development. The pathogen, it primarily survives in the infected crop residues in the soil in the form of dormant mycelium, oospores and chlamydospores. In the form of chlamydospores, it can survive around up to 2 years. Then upon getting favorable weather conditions, it develops symptom, that is blackening and rotting of leaves. Then secondary infection, it occurs by wind-borne sporangia with the help of irrigation water or rainwater. Management. In the case of nursery, provide the adequate drainage facility, then drenching the nursery beds with suitable fungicides, that is Bordeaux mixture and COC 2 days before sowing. Then spray the beds 2 weeks after sowing with the chemicals like metalaxyl at the rate 0.2% or COC or Borax mixture, and repeat after 10 days. Next disease, black root rot. Causal organism, Thylaviopsis basicola. Let's see symptoms. On diseased tissue, dark brown spores appears in mass, and due to dark brown appearance of the lesion on the typical roots, the disease is also known as black root rot. In case of above ground plant part symptoms, it shows chlorosis and wilting of leaves and plant. Then in case of roots, dark brown lesions are seen. And in the first picture, you can see the uneven growth of plants in the field and yellowing and stunting symptoms. Next part, etiology. In case of etiology, the fungus, it produces endoconidia and aleurospores. Endoconidia, these are hyaline, single celled and rounded at both ends. Then in second diagram, the undisturbed endoconidia are seen. In the third diagram, aleurospores, these are 2 to 8 septate dark brown spores are present. Then in the last one, the typical resistant structure, that is chlamydospore, is seen. Next, disease cycle. Alkaline soil, wet and cool soil favors the disease development. Chlamydospores survives as a primary source of infection, and they survives in the soil and develops black lesions on the root, leading to root rot and secondary infection of the disease. It occurs through aluriospores, which are dispersed by splashing water. Next part, management. In case of cultural management, since pathogen survives in the soil, so soil solarization and soil flooding is recommended. Then go for the crop rotation with another crops. Then leguminous crops and cotton crops, these are susceptible to this pathogen. In case of biological treatment, typical or famous bio agent trichoderma or pseudomonas are used in case of potting media or soil. Then in case of chemical treatment, soil drenching is done, that is of thiophanate methyl or triflumizole or fluoroxonil at recommended rate. Next disease, that is tobacco mosaic virus, which is also known as TMV. Let's see symptoms. Discoloration uh, of leaves along veins in case of young leaves is seen. Then typical mosaic pattern, that is the light green dark green patches are seen on leaves, leading to irregular blister formation. Then stunting, mottling and curling of leaves. And second diagram, you can clearly see the necrotic spots during hot weather, these are produced, which leads to mosaic burn or scorching of that particular plant. The pathogen, it is caused by tobacco mosaic tobacco virus, and it is a rigid rod shaped virus, and it contains a single stranded RNA as its genome. In case of disease cycle, the vector is not known. It is having a very wide host range. It is not seed transmitted in tobacco, but it is in case of tomato. The virus, it spreads rapidly through the cutted ends, sap, farm implements and operators. Then the virus, it remain viable in the plant debris in the soil, and it can survive longer in the soil. Management. Infected plants should be collected and destroyed. Then since weeds survives or harbors the virus, so keep the field free of weeds. Then don't do smoking, chewing and snuffing during performing the field operations. Then go for the crop rotation with non-host crops and grow the resistant varieties like TMV RR2 and TMV RR3, etc. Let's see diseases of castor. Castor having botanical name Ricinus communis, and it is used particularly seeds, and the castor oil obtained from seed, it is multi-purpose, used as a vegetable oil, that is having medicinal and cosmetic properties. First disease, that is Phytophthora blight of castor. It is caused by Phytophthora parasitica. Let's see symptom. Infection of cotyledon leaves, it occurs, then later it spreads to the stem and leading to death of seedling. Then black discoloration of leaves occurs on leaves. Leaf spots are developed. Initially these are yellow, then later turn brown, developing concentric zone of light and dark brown color. You can see the dead seedling and spots or leaf blighting symptom in the picture. Disease cycle. The pathogen, it survives in the soil in the form of chlamydospores and oospores. High rainfall, then ill-drained soil, favors the disease development. Then low temperature, that is around 20 to 25 degrees Celsius, is necessary for disease development. And there are some host crops, that is potato, tomato and brinjal, on which pathogen can survive in unfavorable conditions or in absence of the main host. Then the primary infection, it develops the symptoms, that is death of seedling and black lesions on the stem. And through these symptoms, secondary infection, it occurs with the help of sporangia, which are dispersed by the splashing water. Management. How to manage the disease? Since pathogen survives in the soil and plant residues, so collect and destroy all the crop residues. Low-lying and ill-drained fields favors the disease development, so avoid that field. Then go for the seed treatment with seed dressers, or you can also use chemical seed dressers or bioagents like Trichoderma viridi. Then go with the soil drenching, since pathogen survives in the soil, that is with copper oxychloride at the rate 3 gram per liter. So at the end of the lesson, we came to know about diseases of castor like Phytophthora blight and diseases of tobacco, that is black shank, black root rot, mosaic disease. Thanks for watching. See you in the next session. Take care, stay home, stay safe, study online, enjoy the online session, online learning.